Okay, this is the video about the Australian ballot, section 1, and I'm Kiki, here with...
Valina.
Oh yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so for the first question is, what is the Australian ballot and why is it also called the secret ballot?
It is called the secret ballot because it's a system of voting that you can do your voting in secrecy without having other parties look at you.
Perfect. It's basically saying that they don't want anyone to interfere with any of those choices that you guys have, and it also refers to all the Republicans and the Democrats. They both have different reasons to support their choices or whatever, so they kind of just don't want public pressure, and also just to reduce fraud
and reduce fighting.
Pro?
Because if somebody knows who you vote for and they don't like that person, they might get mad.
Yeah, and then they're probably just gonna convince you to join their side,
But it's just another reason not to join their side because they're already mad about not voting for theirs. Okay.
Okay, what are we done?
The next question is, where did the Australian ballot originate from and when was it adopted in the United States?
Okay, as the name suggested, the Australian ballot originates from, obviously, Australia, and it was first, originate in 1856, which is way back when, and then the United States adopted that in the 20th century to address issues of electoral corruption. Yep. Okay. Anything you want to add?
Massachusetts was the first state to adopt the Australian ballot in 1888. Almost every state after that. South Carolina was the last one to adopt it in 1950.
That's occurred.
Okay. Next question
is, what are the main advantages using the Australian ballot?
It ensures voter privacy, reduces fraud, promotes fairness, increases voter turnout, basically gives protection to the voter.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of protection now. Everyone likes to follow everyone else. So.
Yep. Okay, next question. Are there any criticisms or disadvantages associated with the Australian ballot?
There is a lot of disadvantages, limiting impacts on voters' behavior, so only a small amount of people can, vote and help influence as much as intellectual thoughts. Perfect. It also increases a lot of costs, so because they need the official printing station, whatever, to pay for that for most of the elections that happen.
Didn't the Australian ballot also make it to where it's sent to your house? Through mail?
I believe so. I think
so
now
that
it
way
is
it's
now.
also secret.
Yeah, but I know that only few voters get it.
Yeah.
Or people that can vote are eligible to vote.
I think every eligible person gets it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea, Loki.
Okay, and any annotations you want to read off?
Let's see.
Republicans delayed the ballot reform vote by walking out, avoiding the quorum. They delayed the laws. Shanahan's actions show resistance to losing party control. Secrecy in voting weakened the party surveillance.
Yeah.
Key terms we found. Obviously, Australian ballot, political machines, party tickets, reform, secret ballot, voter fraud.
Let's see.
California tried to reform the state's elections.
Whoa, and here it says the political, whatever that says, frequently pays the supporters who vote. So
Right.
technically they're paying.
The political machines were bribing people
Yeah.
to vote because there were
No.
not enough votes.
Yeah. Which kind of like tricks the system and the whole thing because they're kind of getting free money just to say yes or no.
Yeah,
So
and to pick somebody. I mean, I would do it, but
I'm low key, me too. Free money? Hey, how much would they get paid? No idea. But like, that's pretty cool.
it worked.
It really did because it made the voter count increase by a lot.
What is the party topics?
Well, the party tickets are the ballot.
Oh, those are the ones that gets you to it.
Mm-hmm. And that concludes section 1 for the Australian ballot. Signing out, Kiki and
I wanna.